Hey guys, welcome back to A World Joe Traveled. Today I'm going to walk you guys through exactly how I find cheap flights to Europe and other locations around the world. This is using just search engines and other methods, but it's not credit card hacking. So this is for those of us that are terrified to take out new credit cards every couple of months. So this video is for you. All right, so let's get started. First of all, if you find this information useful, please subscribe. It helps us out here quite a bit. All right, so if you're anything like me, you've probably got a list of countries that you want to go to, and you probably have a budget in mind as to what you can spend. So this is why my process works really well. So I've got an ongoing list of countries that I want to go and visit or go back and visit again. So when I find a cheap flight that's within my budget, I generally am able to book it. And now I'm going to show you how. Right, so this is my list of bucket list countries that I want to go to. So this is one that I just made up. Well, not really made up. They are countries that I want to go to or go back to. So this is how I really start my travel planning. And so I get a list of the countries that I'm really eager to go and see. And then next I pull up Google Flights. So we'll keep that list handy while we look at Google Flights. So over here in Google Flights, so this is out of Springfield, Missouri. So I wanted to show you guys the regional airport that I do fly out of. If I can get this to get larger, that would be great. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I've got it for 2 people. You can obviously change this to whatever you want. And then I always put it to anywhere, and I don't put in any departure dates or return dates. So then I hit explore. And I think that this is like the coolest tool ever. So then what you can see on the map, I can look over here on my list and see, like last year, Edinburgh was on my list. I really, really wanted to go there. And again, these are flights for 2 people. Let me change it to 1 person. But yeah, look, you can go to Edinburgh for less than $600. Barcelona is $451. I mean, these are some good deals. So what I do then is I'll look at my list and say, okay, where do I really, really want to go to? Is it France? Is it Portugal? Like, what is really hitting the top of the list that I want to go see? And so then I will start honing in on those locations. So Iceland is at the top of the list. It's super cheap to fly to Iceland. Look at that, $644. So what I would probably do right now, that's within my budget. So what I would do is then I would click on Reykjavik. I'm probably saying that wrong. And then I would view these flights. And this is where you can start really stacking stuff. So if you wanted to add in your credit card rewards or that sort of thing, this is where you can start doing that. The next thing I would do too is look at those flights. So look at the 16-hour, that's probably the shortest one. 22 hours, that's a pretty long flight. So I'd really target those 16, 17-hour flights, and it looks like it only has 2 stops. So those are things that I always consider too, is I look at those stops, how many stops there are, and how long the layovers are as well. So that's really not a bad deal. Again, this is for 1 person economy out of Springfield, Missouri, going to Iceland. The other thing that I would show you guys too is on the dates. So I love this ability to be able to look at the different dates and see when it's cheaper to fly. I have used this a million times. Typically what I found is flying out between Tuesdays and Thursdays are going to get you the cheapest flights. So if you can fly in and out those days, that's going to get you the cheapest flights. So, and you can see here, that's what the data is showing us as well. Then you can always go ahead, obviously, and look for others. So it looks like the cheapest, so now you're getting into vacation season, so the flights are going to go up. So I'd always highly recommend to travel during off-peak seasons. So September, April are super good times to find cheap flights. The other thing that I always use is I have the Travel Arrow Flight Compare. So this looks at Skyscanner, Kayak, and then others, and it compares the flights. So it's really just an extension on here with Google with Google Flights. And that's going to show us if we find anything cheaper, and it doesn't look like today there's really anything cheaper. So I wanted to talk you through another scenario. So say you're wanting to go to a very specific place. So let's say Belgium, for example. So let's put in and hit, I would leave these dates open so you can find the best pricing. All right, so it's about 1635 to get to Belgium from Springfield, Missouri. So obviously if you live in a larger city, these prices will probably be cheaper. But I have found in Missouri that it's really, the price doesn't change if you're going out of a larger city. So we could look at the dates, or the next thing really that I do is I start to zoom out and I look at where I could fly into that's close, that might be a lot cheaper, that I could get to there by train. So Paris is only $620. So you could actually fly into Paris and take a train for quite a bit cheaper, probably around maybe 75 USD or less, and you would get to Brussels. So think about the cost difference between $1635 plus taxes and then $620. So I have done that before, especially when I went to Italy. So sometimes you can find cheaper flights into a northern city, or the southern cities if you're wanting to see different places. So like flying into Rome and then taking trains to these other locations up here, that makes a lot of sense. Italy is very well connected by train, but that's just another option and something that I have done in the past, and saved quite a bit of money on purchasing flights. And again, this is not credit card stacking. This is just finding flights for a cheap rate and being able to book those. If you guys have more travel questions, please reach out and ask, or if there's something you guys want to know, just let me know. I would highly recommend looking at those major cities and flying into there. You can save quite a bit of money, thousands of dollars, if you're flying into a major city and taking a train. I wouldn't take a train too far. I would keep it within like 3 hours, maybe 4 hours, because it's really hard to get off of a plane for 10, 12 hours and then to get onto a train for 4 more hours. So I'd try to keep that around 2 to 3 hours, maybe 4 hours on a train ride. But definitely look at those major cities, because those major cities, the prices are gonna be a lot cheaper to get into. They're gonna have a lot more options, and the trains are pretty close to the airports as well. So you can just get on that and then get to your destination. Anyways, hope you guys found this useful. I appreciate you guys watching, and if you find this useful, please subscribe. Have a good day.